My dad, Buddy, rode this motorcycle from Kitty Hawk, North Carolina to the Santa Monica Pier. Unfortunately, it didn't make it. This was back in 2010 in the motorcycle cannonball. My dad, Buddy, bought this motorcycle from the original owner in New Zealand and then shipped it back to the United States. Now, there's only 3 of these in 1915 that were shipped over to Australia, and this is one of only 2 left. The Goulding sidecar was fitted to this 1915 Big X Excelsior in Australia, and James Goulding started the Goulding sidecar company there and then later moved it to Michigan. So let's get down to the race. The 2010 pre-1916 motorcycle cannonball was a grueling coast-to-coast endurance ride spanning 3,294 miles from Kitty Hawk, North Carolina to the Santa Monica Pier. These motorcycles were the most historic, exclusive motorcycles manufactured before 1916, including Harleys, Indians, Hendersons, of course this Excelsior, BSAs, Sears, JAPs, and many more. The field was made up of 47 riders, launched from Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, but only 10 bikes finished the full route 16 days later. The 2010 pre-1916 motorcycle cannonball ran through 11 states: North Carolina, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, and finishing in California. After many breakdowns along the way, my dad, Buddy, finally ended up in Flagstaff, Arizona, and that was the end of his run. I remember driving up there with the trailer, picking him up, and he was pretty upset about it as he really wanted to finish, but this bike just couldn't go any further. We were able to get it loaded up back to Phoenix and had our good friends over at Highway Choppers go through the engine, rebuild the crankshaft, get it all back up and running, and my dad continued to ride this bike back and forth to work and around town many times after that. There's a good chance he might have seen my dad, Buddy, riding this bike around the streets of Phoenix on this Excelsior with sidecar. So a little bit about Excelsior. They were founded in Chicago, Illinois in 1905, and in 1911, Schwinn purchased Excelsior and continued to make the motorcycle brand very, very popular, making thousands and thousands of motorcycles. So then in 1917, Schwinn purchased Henderson, and that's when the brand combined Excelsior with Henderson. So you see a lot of the later models Excelsiors are actually hyphenated Excelsior-Henderson, and that's why. Although Excelsior-Henderson was super profitable, Schwinn decided to close the doors in 1933 with the Depression, and that was it. James Goulding started the Goulding Sidecar Company in Melbourne, Australia in 1910. And you'll notice this Goulding sidecar is on the left-hand side because in Australia and New Zealand, just like in Great Britain, they drive on the other side of the road. So just like over there, the cars have right-hand drive, the sidecars are mounted on the left side. In 1920, Goulding moved to Milwaukee, Wisconsin and Saginaw, Michigan. If you know your geography, Saginaw, Michigan is only a 45-minute ferry ride from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, across Lake Michigan. It was then that James' daughter, Dorothy, met Earl Robinson. And from there, Dorothy Goulding became Dot Robinson. And Dot Robinson was often referred to the first lady of motorcycling. And her and a friend of hers started the Motormaids in 1940. If you look it up, really, really cool organization that they started. It was just to empower women to ride motorcycles as a women's riding club only and really help push motorcycling forward amongst women. Whether you live here locally or you're coming to Phoenix to visit, make sure you come down here to the Buddy Stubbs Museum and check out this 1915 Excelsior-Henderson with Goulding sidecar. It's one of the bikes you won't see anywhere else.